Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's the Earth Witch, and today's video is about sigil magic. Now I was asked a while back to make a video about sigils and how to use them in your witchcraft to make stronger spells and stuff. And so that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk about what exactly are sigils, how to use them, and different methods I create my sigils. There are so many different methods to create a sigil. You can even do it online if you're a tech witch. I'm not a tech witch. I like to do things by hand and myself. So that's the method I'm going to show you, is how to do it by hand today. So before we get all up close and personal, what exactly are sigils? Sigils are symbols that are used to manifest your desire or to connect with a specific energy. I consider sigils as like super easy and quick magic, which a lot of times when you're trying to do a spell, you don't have all the materials that you want, or you don't have the time to make a huge spell working. And so sigils are a great way to quickly put that energy out into the universe. As I said, sigils are used to manifest your desire or to connect with a specific energy. Now, when connecting with specific energies, I really mean connecting with entities and deities of such. And that is because a lot of them have ancient sigils, or they have sigils created by their devotees that are used to connect with them. Now, if you find one and you use it for a specific entity and it doesn't really connect with you and you're not getting energy off of it, you can create your own sigil to use for that specific entity as well. Usually you wouldn't do this until you already have a relationship started with that entity though. And the way you can do that is intuitively and through automatic writing. You can ask that specific entity to come use you as a vessel in order to create a sigil to connect you with that entity. Sometimes it may be very similar to the sigil that you may have found that is already used for that entity, just with your little personal spin on it. Not all entities have sigils or symbols to connect you with them, but using the intuitive method, once you create a connection with that deity, you can create your own and share it with others, or just keep it to yourself. Now, that was a quick explanation about sigils. Now I'm going to get you up close and personal, and I'm going to show you how I create my sigils, how I activate them, and how I release that energy. Okay, y'all, I hope you can see pretty clearly. I am going to I already came up with what I'm going to make the sigil of. And it is going to be, there is peace within my home. Now you want to write your intention down like it is already happening, like it has already happened, because the universe doesn't have time, you know? Time is a social construct. So let's get started. I'm trying not to put my hands in the way, and excuse my dirty fingers. Spring is here. All right. There is peace within my home, period. Okay, so now that I have my intention written out, I am going to start the sigil method that I use. Now, this is a very common method that I'm going to be showing you because it's very easy to remember. There are several different methods, but this is just the one that I chose to do and the one that I do most often. Okay, so first I am going to cross out all of the vowels. So there's 2 E's, all of the vowels. E, I, E, A, E, I, O, E. So now I'm left with this. I'm just going to do it the long way so that you see exactly what I'm doing. I've been doing sigils so much that I don't even have to like go through this process anymore. All right, so we have a T and a H, an R, S. I'm gonna write down all of the letters that remain. S, P, C, W, T, H, N, M, Y, H, M. All right, so those are the letters that remain. And when you do sigils, you want to break it down so that you have the least amount of letters. Let me zoom you in more so you can see the letters. So I still have like a ton of letters left. So the next thing I am going to do is cross out any second repeating letters. I'll keep the T, the H, R, S, P, C, W, oh, here's a T, cross out that extra T, cross out that extra H, keep the N, the M, the Y, and then there's an extra H and an extra M there. So now we're left with, let me write this not in cursive. I only write in cursive because my print is so ugly. So we have T, H, R, S, P, C, W, N, M, and Y. And none of those letters repeat themselves. So these are the letters that we're going to use to create our sigil. And always remember that this represents there's peace within my home, because that is my main intention up there. And these are the letters that we're going to use to make our sigil. Sorry, it's getting blurry. Okay. All right, so the first method, I'm gonna show you two that I do. I mainly do, it depends on how much time I'm willing to spend on the sigil, to be honest. Sometimes I'm willing to spend quite a bit of time and I like to make it pretty and whatnot, but for the sake of this video, this is just going to be a regular schmegular sigil. So I'll start on this side for the first method. So the first method is you just start writing your letters and connecting them in various ways. So I'm gonna start with a H because, I don't know. I'm gonna start with my H. So I'm gonna put my H in the middle, like that. And then I'm gonna cross it out because I know already, so that I keep track of what I have. And so now I'm going to put my T, I'm gonna extend this here and write my T. Here's a T. And so I'm gonna go with my R. I'm just gonna go in order to make this easier. And I'm just starting to create my sigil with the letters that I have for my intention. Put an S there. Put a C there. Oh, I'm going out of order just because I know what letters I have. P. And usually I like for them to connect. Put my W down there. My N. Put an M this way. And the last letter is a Y. My Y. And so that is my sigil. And so then what you would do next is, well, I'm gonna come back and show you exactly how I activate my sigils. Tell you more so. So over here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll write down my letters again so you know what letters I'm working with. And this is my second method. This is the method that if I have more time, I will do it this way and I will really make it nice and pop out. And I don't always use just letters. I will throw in other symbols that correspond with what I'm trying to do, other symbols that represent certain things to me into my sigils. But this is just a simple way of making sigils. Okay, so this next method is like breaking down the letters even further and really breaking them down completely so that they're no longer letters anymore. So you're gonna break up wherever the letters meet, and those will be different lines to go into your sigil. So a T separates like that. H separates like that. An R. Trying to think of how you draw an S. An S. P. C's don't really separate, so I just leave those to be. W. N. M. And then Y. So I hope that makes sense. I'll give you a second to look at that so you can see exactly how I broke down the letters. All right, now we're gonna write a sigil using just these lines. I'm not going to connect them into letters or anything. So like I did before, I'm just gonna start with my H, just because. Cross that one out. And then we're gonna just start adding letters. So maybe I'll do my T. I'll put that over there, the line from the T over there, and that one over there. My R, maybe I'll connect that there, and that there. There's one more. Put that there. My S, let me just make that symmetrical. And then I'll do that. My P, there's another one of these, so I'll put that there. And as I said in the other one connects. This one doesn't connect at all, but I'll probably connect it soon. But so far, this is what my sigil's looking like. It doesn't even look like letters anymore, which is really cool if you want them to be more unique. And you can really play around with this. Okay, so a C. Put my C up there. W, I'll add that one there. You can also just cross these off as you go, the lines, to make it easier. And connect that there. That kind of looks like a W. It's whatever. But you just really, my electricity literally just went out. Literally not a second after I said BRB, the electricity came back on. That was weird. All right, so moving on, we are going to do an N. I'm gonna do like that. That portion. And they don't always have to go in the direction that they look. So I just did those. I know it's not that pretty. That side is so busy. Do something with this side. Okay, so that is my second sigil for the same intention. It's my first method, and here is my second method. So now I am going to tell you how to activate them and then release them. Okay, so new angle, you're getting all the angles today. I just cut out the sigils that you just watched me create, and now I'm going to talk a little bit about how to activate them. Now, activating your sigils is very simple. There are quite a few different methods, and the easiest method is just taking it, holding it, looking at it, and putting your energy into it, and visualizing your outcome and what you want from this sigil. You want to meditate on it and do it for a while until you feel like there's enough energy in the sigil to be released. The method that I do is a lot faster. It's a lot easier to just put your energy into it, and the way that I activate my sigils is through blood, and you've seen that in quite a few of my spell videos where I use Hecate sigil and I activate it with blood. I do that the same way if I'm using manifestation sigils as well, and that is because I am a witch. I have the blood of a witch, which is very powerful, and there's a lot of energy in it because I constantly use my body and my life force and stuff to manifest for myself and others. So I use my blood. It's a really fast way to charge and activate your sigil. And another way to charge your sigils, and this is not for everyone, it depends on what type of witch you are, what type of magic you like to do, but is to charge and activate your sigil via sex magic, and to use the fluids from your body after an orgasm in order to activate it with that energy. That energy is very charged and ready to go. So you can activate your sigils via that way as well. And a great way to manifest is sex magic and using that orgasm to focus and visualize on your intention and what you want. And then after you orgasm, use that fluid to activate a sigil for that same intention. And you're just adding more fuel to the fire, more energy towards your manifestation that way. So I'm not going to do any of those methods right now, but after, this is just an example video. So after you activate your sigil and it is charged, then you would want to get rid of it somehow. You don't just want to keep it around because you're just holding on to that energy. So what I love to do and how I release energy is always by fire, personally. There's other methods and stuff, I'm sure, but fire is the quickest way to manifest something and to release the energy of something. So I have my little cauldron here. I'm not going to use my big one because obviously it's just a video and this is a small piece of paper. And I have tongs here. I got these when I used to smoke a hookah, and so I just kept them around. I'm sure you can get these for really cheap online or at a smoke shop or something. And so you can see like they're all black at the tips because I use them so often. So I just hold my paper with that so that I'm safe and I don't burn myself, and I just burn it over top of my cauldron while focusing on my intention and visualizing my desired outcome. And you just set it aflame, set it ablaze, and let it burn. Stare into the fire. Visualize, speak over it if you feel like that's something you need to do. There is peace within my home. There will be no quarrels or negative energy. This is a peaceful home. Of course, practice fire safety. I'm just going to burn both of these. Once the papers are completely done burning and they are all ash, just like here, you can simply go outside and throw the ashes into the wind. Throw them into the air and let them blow away. And your energy is just completely released to the universe so that the universe may answer your prayers. And if you want to be even more fancy, if you're working with like a certain deity, but you also want to do sigil work, create your sigil and then write the deity sigil on the back of it, activate it with your blood, your fluids, your mental energy, visualization energy, or whatever, however you want to activate your sigil, and then do the same method of release, and that would be even more powerful. Sigils are so versatile. I just see them as very quick and easy method. All you need is a paper and a pen and nothing special to go along with it in order to do this type of magic. So if you have any more questions about sigils, just let me know. I will be going live soon and I will be using sigil magic in that live because I want to talk about like servitors and thought forms and all that stuff. But in order to do those things, you need to know how to create sigils and stuff. So this is like a prerequisite to that live that I will be doing soon, or video. I don't know if I'm gonna do it live actually. It really depends, but I haven't done a sit down video in a while. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I hope to see you in the next one. This was very fun. I hope it just works out and it actually goes up on the line. Anyways, peace out, y'all.